everybody. My name is Beth Megill and you are watching LOD and Tea. And I had a request to talk about relationship a little more. So I thought I would draw the relationship bow for you. And it's an interesting horizontal bracket that is comprised of various forms of relating put together. So, for example, if I am going to address someone, I use this part of the symbol. If I am going to make contact, I use just the swoop. And if I decide to support, I use parts of the zigzag. So that's just sort of a mishmash, but it gives you an idea. And what I would like to play with is the idea of nearness, which has a dotted line. So nearness is powerful. Nearness is provocative, and when we put it in our dance, we create a lot of energy. So I encourage dancers to explore the power of nearness without touch, the power of sliding nearness, the power of being close before contact is made. So there's a sense of intimacy and there's a real sense of listening with the body, because we have to bind our flow to be near. If we have too much free flow, we're going to hit something. We're going to hit what's next to us. But if we bind our flow, then we become very careful. And as we become careful, there's a vibrancy to this energy, to this binding of our flow, and not withholding our energy, but drawing it in, reserving our energy with full of potential. So with this idea of nearness, if I have two partners, or I could have body parts to body parts, creating nearness, and it can create a lot of energy and excitement. The concept then of addressing becomes very important when we start to create relationship, especially when we're looking at a person, you over there, you over there. Addressing is very demonstrative in a lot of ways, and it also gives us a very clear indication of where we should look as an audience member. So if I say, oh yeah, it's over there, then I know I should look over there. And we do this all the time, and it happens in dance a lot. And we can address with a gesture and the gaze, or we can address with a gesture or just the gaze, and it creates a lot of energy. So moving on, we have this concept of contact. And contact is the same shape as nearness, and yet it's a solid symbol, and it's this idea of connecting, of linking. And we link and connect in many different ways. We can link with a gentle energy, make contact with a gentle, sustained energy, or we can make contact quick and sharp and hard, right? So a slap across the face would be a strong interpretation of contact with an accent. Usually we put a strong accent to indicate if there's a sound that's made as part of that contact. And then lastly, let's talk a little bit about support. And the support bow has a couple variations. So you'll see it go upward and downward, and it's very flexible to accommodate the actual visual layout of notation. But when I support something, I am giving a lot of sustained pressure, and I'm giving stability, and I'm becoming responsible for the center of gravity. So changing support is a form of relating because we are deeply, deeply connected to other as we change our support. As we support someone or something, we have to attend fully. So it is a powerful tool, even just to support a body part. You don't have to support someone entirely. You could support just the weight of their head, or just the weight of the arm or the leg, or just a partial support. All of that creates a unity in intention that allows dancers to create connection. So as we talk about relationship as a concept, as a big concept, as a grandmother or grandfather concept, this idea that when we relate, we're really talking about the human spirit in a large way. So the human spirit is connecting, and it adds a lot of meaning to what we're doing in our dance. It adds a lot of intimacy to how we relate to the world, to ourselves, to each other. So I hope that as you are dance making that, or interpreting scores, and you come across these concepts and the bigger concept of relating, that you start to explore why are we connecting? Why are we relating to each other? How am I moving in relationship to you? How am I experiencing the world in relationship to other? How am I responsible for my part in this relationship? So there's many different factors that come into relating that are really wonderfully powerful. So I hope you find that useful, and I will see you next time. Again, I take requests. I love requests. And I am Beth Megill. This is LOD and Tea, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.